In India, politics is anything but stagnant. Every single day, there is some new scoop that is making waves and heating up the streets. Just take a look at today's scene, from wrestler protests at Jantar Mantar in the heart of the national capital to the latest assembly elections in Karnataka. You can't escape the buzz, whether it's in the news or all over social media. So, what is the hottest topic on everyone's lips right now? You guessed it, the ruling on same-sex marriage, with the suave and savvy CGI DY Chandrachud making some big moves. It's got everyone talking and the anticipation is high for what's next. Namaskar, this is Piyush Balda. You have landed on TFIPost, the ultimate destination for an alternative and refreshing perspective of every social and political discourse. Today, I'm here to analyze the current controversy regarding the legalization of same-sex marriage in India and why the once passionate advocate for the same is now backing out. Let's go, folks. Of late, the Supreme Court has been lit up lately with the whole same-sex marriage situation. Talk about priorities, right? It's been an all-out battle with both sides giving it their all and leaving no room for any shades of grey. But at times, even the super cool CGI Chandrachud has been throwing his support behind those pushing for legalizing gay marriages in India. It's a hot topic that's got everyone on the edge of their seats waiting to see what happens next. However, at the moment, CGI Chandrachud has reportedly shared his perspective. As per his statement, we have certain limitations. Ultimately, it is the job of the legislature to see that the provisions for same-sex marriages, see the light of day. We can only advise them to make the process as smooth and as convenient as possible. Now, you might be wondering what happened to the panel, including Mr. Chandrachud, who was so desperate to pronounce a verdict on the same as if it were a matter of life and death. Well, the truth is not that simple. It is possible that the CGI Chandrachud was rather compelled to take this decision for primarily two reasons. One was the conduct of Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, who stumped the panel by giving them a statement so logical and practical it almost left CGI Chandrachud flabbergasted. As per the reasoning put forth by the Honorable Court, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta has raised a pertinent point regarding the potential legalization of incestuous relationships. In the light of this, it is imperative to examine the relevant provisions in order to determine the validity of such a scenario, particularly given the ongoing questioning of the very concept of gender. The panel led by CJI Chandrachud offered a weak resistance only for Tushar Mehta to take the mantle up a notch. He questioned the very notion of gender fluidity by mentioning that there are some for whom gender changes as per their convenience, say mood swings or surroundings. Will marriages of such nature be legalized as well? However, these were not the only reasons due to which CGI Chandrachud, otherwise super active on the issue of same-sex marriage, was almost forced to eat his words. For instance, Tushar Mehta mentioned that there were 160 provisions regarding marriage between men and women. For him, right to marry does not mean right to force a legislation for the same. That must have really hurt bad. However, CGI Chandrachud may now be compelled to abandon his fervent pursuit of legalizing same-sex marriage as the public outcry grows louder with each passing day. The Supreme Court's panel argument has been criticized for its illogical reasoning and deceitful tactics, leaving many people feeling betrayed and disillusioned. Adding insult to injury, the Bar Council of India has unanimously rejected the CGI's stance, emphasizing that this is an issue for the legislature to address, not the judiciary. If the CGI chooses to persist in his pursuit despite all of this, it could come at a great personal cost to him and the very legacy he's trying to build upon. In the closing remark, I would like to make a point that we must bear in mind the deep-rooted values of Bharat, which have stood the test of time and are the backbone of our society. Regardless of whether one is a political titan, a lawmaker, or a celebrated saint, we must exercise caution before challenging the bedrock of our nation's identity. These values are of the utmost quality as evidenced by their longevity and thus should not be destabilized.